Hello, hello, everybody. Just waiting for people to show up. Put on some lipstick because we don't have any on. Hey, Brian. I was lurking in Rakita's live laughing. She's gonna have to put some explicit um warnings on that live, y'all. Pixie, hi Pixie. Um oh so anyhow, hey, I was listening to Rakita dying. I was dying laughing, dying laughing. It was just like, hey, Jennifer, I don't agree with everything, but whatever. A lot of it I do agree with. A lot of it I don't agree with. But it was hilarious. If you guys didn't watch Rakita's Closets live today, it was funny. There's a lot of the curse words in there. Hey, Maria. Um, so it was really funny because we're talking about people are surprised that bags are made in China. Apparently, they're surprised that their luxury bags are made in China. And does it make a difference if it's made in China? Is it the same bag if it's made by the same artisan in the same factory? Different badging, right? And I think it's not different. She thinks it is different. So we don't agree on that one. But it was funny. Hey Dee, this is why we can be friends and have different opinions. I mean, not everybody thinks the same way. So I love my Workin, and no, it's not the same as a Birkin. It's a Birkin style bag. But I've actually felt and touched the real thing. It's not the same leather. It's both leather, but it's different treatment to leather, different thickness to leather. But even if you have a Birkin next to a Birkin, it's still different cows, guys. It's very, I don't, lots of different, I mean, it's leather, y'all, it's leather. Hey, Vicky! Um, so I was just laughing so much watching Rakita's live and I was playing Minecraft, y'all, and listening to her talk about um ranting because Rakita can rant. She's like she should just have a rant channel. She gets to do shorts with rants because I think they're hilarious. But anyway, um, I like bags. I know, right? Shocking. Nobody thought that, right? I like all bags. I like brandless bags, bags with brands, bags. I love logos. I wear Disney from head to toe. I have Disney glasses on right now. I have Mickey Mouse hat on right now. You do not even want to know how much money I've given to Pandora and given to James Avery jewelry. I love brands. Hello, Marilla. Hi, Kim. Hey, Donna. So it's just really funny that we're talking about this because nobody. What does a brand tell me? A brand tells me a quality of an item. Now I'll tell you why. Because I used to buy pre-loved Pandora charms, and once in a while I'll try, but I have been misled so many times, and because my skin, this my sweat essentially is highly acidic. It has a what? Oh, you know what? My twin. I'm live. Hello. Let me just text her real quick. She knows I'm live, or she forgot I'm live. She said she was going to take a bath and go to bed. So anyway, um, so my skin will corrode plating because it does. My skin. That's why I can only wear sterling. Sterling is still a metal that is blended with another metal, right? Sterling silver is still sterling silver, but to make it into jewelry that's always blended with another metal is now an alloy, right? So gold the same way. Gold to make it stronger is mixed with other metals. That's why 10K, 14K, 18K, whatever. Unless it's not 99.9% gold, it is. If it was, it's too soft, right? So they blend it. Hey, Dee Dee Bean. Yeah. So the I did not get the Demus, Kim. I was broke. I couldn't order them. I was so sad, but keep letting me know. Next month. This month I done. I can't buy a thing. Um, but so I bought some Pandora. They said authentic Pandora charms. They were selling them for half off list, and I'm like, they're older charms. Someone's tired of it. It's cool. So then so I wore the charms. And those authentic Pandora charms sure as heck weren't authentic because I corroded this plating right off of them to see the brass underneath. So I'm like, well, that's a lie. And Pandora is just a hallmark. It's just a hallmark, easily to be duped, right? So I buy Pandora from Pandora because I know even though I'm paying a premium, that I will not waste money on something that I'm going to end up throwing away because it's trash. I will corrode the metal on it. I will buy sterling silver, but it's just interesting. There are on Oh yeah. Uh, they are on. Okay, good. Thank you, Kim. I have to go find them. I need to go get them on Amazon, put them in my cart. Um, so anyway, thank you, Kim, for telling me. My cousin's the same way. She could tarnish silver by looking at it. See, my skin actually makes silver shinier. And people were like, because of the acidity, but some people are like your cousin that will turn it black, right? And I have to be really careful with what I wear. Um, Wait a minute. Let me see. What did my sister want? Hopefully she. Oh. Okay. No, she let me go. So hey, oh my gosh, Jennifer is on the live. I was just checking to see if you text me back because I said, oh no, I'm live. Thank you, Kim. I saw the thing pop up on my phone. So I was talking about so things I won't buy knockoffs or dupes of or pre-loved because I have been taken advantage of as a person buying things. I have bought many of things that they said sterling silver. Sterling silver used to be cheap, y'all. It used to be very cheap. These charms. Okay, I'll show you the oldest charm on here that I had since I've been 16 years old. Is which bracelet are you on? Where, oh where? Which bracelet did I put you on? Not that one. Not that one. Okay, one of these bracelets, or did I put it in my other? Mm, oh no. There it is. This one. This cat charm. When we bought this cat charm when I was 16 years old, this was like 13 bucks. An average charm of this size from this company, James Avery Jewelry, is $30 or more. Or more. Mostly more. The newest charm I got from them, I think this Don't Mess with Texas charm I bought 2 years ago, $65, $75, somewhere in there. The charm Jenny bought me, I think this charm, which they don't make anymore, was $95 for this one charm, sterling silver, because everything has cost more. I will never buy a used coffee machine ever again. Oh no, Jen. Did it leak over everything or did it just taste bad? Do you have to clean it? Jennifer bought a coffee machine really cheap, but the type of machine is the gaskets go out. She already bought it, and I told her, "Oh, you need to be careful because the gaskets go out." And she's like, "Oh." So anyway, so there's some things I don't want to buy. I have tons of charms that are not Pandora, guys. Like half this bracelet are Gona jewelry. Some of them are just from Amazon that are sterling silver. This is from Temu. But this one actually is sterling silver because it's still there. It's still there. But I've been 50-50 chance and I don't like the odds. So I stopped buying what people say are sterling silver unless I know the company is a company, not just some Temu vendor or some Amazon vendor. I have to make sure how long has this vendor been there? So it doesn't look the same. Yes. Is it the same? No. Because one is actually made to a certain quality standard than the other one. Now, the day that and I know I'm talking in circles and it's like what Rakita said, guys, but Vera Bradley. I love Vera Bradley. I have been buying Vera Bradley since I was in my teens, and I'm 45. So I was buying Vera Bradley when Vera Bradley was hard to find. It wasn't everywhere. They're only in small boutiques. Um, I have been around with Vera Bradley through her small phase, through her growth phase, through her I'm in Dillard's phase, and now we're in rebrand phase, right? The quality It might say the same name. It might have the same pattern-ish, because the patterns retire and come and go. But the quality of the stitching, every single time Vera Bradley has taken a previous model of style and redone it, they have removed a part of it that made it less difficult to produce. When they used to have the Vera tote, it used to have 6 pockets on the interior. It used to have fabric pockets with a fabric envelope at the base where you put a cardboard underneath it between the base and the bottom of the bag, so you could just take out the cardboard, throw the whole bag into the washing machine. The whole point of Vera Bradley was to make a bag that was fabric that could be washed. And then they started introducing other things like hardware, and then they started introducing a microfiber, which they don't recommend that you put in the washing machine. And then they started taking out, they changed out the interior pockets to not have those 6 pockets, to have, let's say, mesh pockets, cheaper material. And then they stopped quilting the straps and did a flat strap instead of a quilted strap. It made it not as comfortable to carry. But as she replaced all these little small details going down the years, people who loved Vera Bradley from yesteryear were told, well, you're just old and get over it. They're just new, this is modern, they're updating, they're being more innovative. Well, their innovation actually was reducing some of the best features of that bag, in my opinion. Now, not in their opinion. In their opinion, they didn't want to put the money and production time into that bag to have that 4 stitch lines on the handle anymore. Instead of 4 stitch lines, they have 2 stitch lines. So, and then this brand new remodel, I tried, guys. I tried. I have gone to the Vera Bradley store 3 years in a row. Well, as soon as they had their 3 times in the last 2 years, I think, since they've done their rebranding, trying to give them a fair shot. Trying really hard to see, is there stuff here I still love? Because I still have and love Vera Bradley. The brand, the history, my relationship with them. 20 some odd years, of more than 20 some odd years, almost 30 years of me buying bags, knowing their styles, going to their outlet, buying stuff, I still have tons of their luggage. I love their luggage. When I got married, I got a Vera Bradley Java blue luggage from one of my wedding gifts. I mean, I have loved Vera Bradley for years, and I still love Vera. I cannot stand what they've done to the quality of their stuff. Now, the new person buying Vera Bradley, they don't know that exact same bag, instead of that plastic hardware you have now, actually was hardware instead of plastic. That strap used to be quilted, now it's just a thin nylon strap. So it kept enough of the identity to say, oh, that's a Vera, and they changed it just enough to make it more modern, less to cost to produce. So it's falling in love and out of love with the brand. I still love Vera Bradley. I'll still go look. I'll still go look at it. I'll still go see, maybe they have great charms, but they are also introducing PU leather to their collection. Almost everybody is. Because here's the thing about manufacturing anything. If you can extrude a product like nylon instead of cotton, it's cheaper. It's just cheaper. It's something you can make in mass. It's always that way. I don't feel the need to buy it, says Jen. Yeah, this last trip I went to the store, I didn't buy anything from Vera Bradley. I did, and I have their blankets. I sleep with one of their blankets every night. It's my blanket of choice. Half of the gifts I bought my niece last year were Vera Bradley. I love their Disney collection. I like their floral collection. I like their collection. I stopped carrying their handbags because I started wearing more patterns in my clothing. I used to be very boring, and I used to just wear solids, and I would wear, the bag was the eye candy. The bag was the expression of self. The bag was the pattern and the color, and my clothes was boring and drab because I always was like, well, you're fat, Jackie. And there for a very long time, being overweight just meant cover in a tent and look as invisible as you can, although there's no such thing. So it was very easy to wear solids all the time because that's what I've been dressed in them since I was my teenage years, because I've been overweight since I was 10. So anyhow, getting off my rant, the Birkin are the workin. I like the style of the bag. I like a bag. I think the bag, I love all the bags. I like my Loungefly bags. I know they're here for a short time, but a good time because they're polyurethane, but then I have my Ricky bags and I have my, um, I'm staring at you. I can't remember your name. Reed Karkoff bags, which are some of the most amazing bags I've ever used, had, or held. And you can get them for like under $100 right now on the pre-loved market because they're not new. They're old. When they were new, they were $2,000. Now they're old and used and tired, so now they're $100 or less. When I first bought my first Ricky bag, they were, the first two Ricky bags I bought actually were the bucket bags, and I bought them and I restored them and I gave them to Craig. Now, he loves me because those bags I now know are too small for him. But he loves them and he loves me, so he's keeping them. Not that they're very functional for him because he carries a lot of stuff, right? So I restored them and had a great time, and it was a fun project, right? I got them. I can't remember, but roughly that very first one in suede, I think I got that for under $75. You can't buy that same bag, even in the condition I bought it in 2 years ago, for under $5 right now. And then my very, very, very first Reed Karkoff bag, that not the one he gave me, but the one I bought, he kept telling me, Jackie, you should buy it. Jackie, you should buy it. And Jackie said, okay, fine, I'll buy it. It was $27 off Poshmark for the boxer. And then I liked that bag so much, I had two of them. I bought another exactly the same one. I gave that one to Jolie. So Jolie and I are twinning on that bag. But I just love bags. It doesn't matter that would I have spent $2,000 for that bag? No, because that's not in my budget. The few bags in my collection that I have spent $2,000 on were because I had an inheritance that I blew through, and I knew I blew through it. I was angry. I was mad. I was upset. I had told my father for years, use your money to keep your life longer and better health. And he didn't listen to me. So fine. I said, fine. I mean, when he lived to be 80, but he could have lived much longer. It's just that he didn't do the things he needed to do to make sure that he could live longer because he was too miserly with his hoard of money. So I unfortunately have gone the other way in life, and I don't care. When I die, you can't take it with you. You know? It's like it stays in a bank and I don't have kids, so it's like I don't have heirs. My poor puppies, hopefully they will, I will live longer than they do. But so I went the opposite way of what my dad did. Jen's like, yeah, well, that's true. Jen says dad was stubborn like me. Yes, and this is you can see it coming through, right? You can see it. I don't fall too far from the apple tree. Okay, so I've told my husband and my sister 1,000 times, if I end up like dad when I am older, you just remind me I've told you this so I don't do this. Okay, so anyway, let's move on because I don't want to make it all maudlin. Um, you're just like dad. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. So anyway, I have the bag I use today is a Coach bag. I love this bag. Hey, Monica. But guys, it doesn't love me. But Craig sent me a link to something called the sticky something or other. I'll have to look. It's an Amazon thing where you put a silicone pad underneath the underside of your strap so it grips your clothes. So I'm like, I must try that. And another friend, Linda P, said that you can just put moleskin underneath here and that would work too. But see, this says this is where they have the branding. What does it say? Genuine gloved tanned leather, which is fine. So I use this Ergo. So this Ergo should have a um tag here because this is a reedition. So the original Ergo had a back pocket and then the front had the front seam. Then they did the reedition, no back pocket, and then now they have the Curve, which doesn't have the adjustable strap and it doesn't have the seam down the front, but it's still kind of like the same look. So the Ergo is a classic. I love this bag. Jackie, hey everyone, sorry I'm late, didn't get a notification. Sir, You'll have to rewatch it because I talked about you. But I want to show you guys this bag, and then I want to show you the other bag, and I'm gonna switch out into a new bag today. I might just switch out to the. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Mister. Oh, hi, hi, Miss Wednesday. Hi, Miss Wednesday. I have a Miss Wednesday right here. She's like, hey, you're home. What are you doing here? James is so funny. James is like, I take care of the dogs. You pet the dogs. This is how the dogs are better for us. I'm like, okay, that's true. It's fair. It's fair. Because I was telling him like how Jenny said that the dogs. So you pick one up to show off the puppies. Pick up the little happy one. Look at this one. Did you just? He did. He did. He just pulled off my earrings.
Okay, got it.
Back it's gone somewhere.
Here's those two.
He pulled out both earrings and took out both backs. Well, I'll find it eventually. Here's the back. Here's one.
Yeah,
Okay.
here's the other one.
Yay! You really? Did you have to be that? I know. Is this you don't like my earrings right now? Look at the tail. Look at the tail. It doesn't stop. It never stops. It never stops. Jack, you can keep that shirt and pants. Really? Because that's gonna give it back to you. Because I'm like, dude. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, these are Jen's pants. Come here, like that. But they're too big for Jenny. She bought them because she loved them, and she let me borrow them. We love Pugsley and Wednesday. Yes, Jenny. Okay, Pugsley and Wednesday has had 3 people house sit them because they're so needy. I don't think a crate life would be a good thing for, or not crate, but
Kennel.
I just don't think a kennel would be good for these guys. So out of the 3 people who have watched them, only Auntie Jen is willing to take them back. Because I think it's mainly because their kids like them, like the puppies. And James, hello, said Craig says hi. Yeah, they're the best, the absolute best. I had a mini rant in the beginning, but we're over the rant because I don't want to alienate everybody with my super sad life stories. So we're gonna move on to happier life stories. Will you just come in and say, get the puppies?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is the other bag I got. I'm in my tiny bag era. Apparently, you know how everybody now is into the big bags? Well, then apparently I'm just going on for the small bags because, look at this. I got this. So, hey Vicky, I really wanted aw, that Keith, you say that now. But you might be able to because you know what little dogs are like. But this is the Safari, the new Safari. Now I want the original Safari. I will never find it because this is from 1960, 18, not, no, wait, Jackie, 1968 is when this is a re-edition. Oh, sure, I'll tell James. A re-edition. I bought that shirt for him, Jen. Of this Safari bag. The Safari bag, the original one, is a little bit bigger and a little bit taller, but they go for crazy prices. So I'll never get that. And I got this. I never really think I'll ever use it. I bought this to look at, y'all. I bought it to look at. Yeah. Whereas when I tried on the Hampton in that green color, it didn't work out for me because I did want to use the Hampton and it was too small. Whereas that one, I can kind of pass it off as it's a party dainty bag. Which bag is I've just wanted a hunter green, a Ridge Coach Originals bag, and I have for a long time. So we made it happen. I got it at Macy's on sale. I got very lucky. Hello, LMA. Yeah, the green, right? Guys, if you have not seen May's channel, go subscribe to her channel. She has an amazing collection. When I say amazing, like jaw drop. She buys new bags. Oh, you know how I buy used bags? She buys new bags. And a lot of them. Some really cool bags in her collection. Dawn, Vicky Lee, it's me. Hello, Dawn. My middle name is Lee. Okay. Nice. So, Let me get this earring in. Okay, there we go. I really wanted the hunter green, and I still kind of want the. You know how I used to say they okay. For the last 3 years, Coach is alternating their. They were alternating their boutique summer color with their next year's. One year a boutique color would come out. The next year that would go in the outlet. Well, this year the outlet and the boutique synced, and they both have the bluebell color. So now I have to make the decision, do I want a bluebell bag, in which one? The bag I really want the bluebell in, they don't make it, which would be bluebell in the Juliet, large Juliet. They don't make it in that color. So I'm kind of like, ugh, what do I do now? Because I really like that bag. I like the bluebell, I like the Juliet more than I like the Brooklyn, because the Brooklyn doesn't like me as much as the Juliet. And what I mean by that is my shoulders. I'm going to use this bag tomorrow because, hello, we got the coveted, most wanted, Kate Spade green. Jennifer got this for me. So yeah, Craig, I was lurking in Rakita's live, laughing so hard at her rants. She should just do rant videos and just put warnings on them because I just had fun hanging out listening to her. So I went live as soon as she went off, which is probably why nobody got or you didn't get the notification. Um, yeah. So, cause I got here a little bit earlier today. Hampton, yeah, the Hampton Hunter is smaller than I thought too. Yeah, I had to return it because it was just too small. It's not much bigger than the pen satchel. I should have got the swing. Now I might get the swing, the larger swing, not the 20, in that Penrose or in that Bluebell. But the problem with that bag, it's like $400, and ultimately I buy too many bags to spend $400 on one because I buy a lot of bags. I have a lot of bags. I spend a lot of money. And I've spent too much money. I've overextended, guys. I've overextended, which is it's not a surprise. No one's shocked, you know. Jackie, I meant to ask you, have you used that Berg on your bag traded you? No, no, I have not. I have not used it yet. It's over in that pile over there. Or when I say pile, bin. It's in the bin over there. I actually really, really, really need to organize my bag because they're all over there. The ones that I got new, because I have no place to put them until I get my mother-in-law's room done. But we have to be home. We have to be home to do things, you know. We keep going off and doing stuff, and we keep having other issues. So this is my wallet today, my Kate Spade wallet with my Kate Spade bag. This is my little pouch of things, and yes, it has that 3-color. It's supposed to look like that. It's the way it's supposed to look. And then I have my sunglass toppers, and then my keys, and this is what I take to work tomorrow. And I'm just going to put this on here because I want this to actually weigh this down a bit. I need this. So this is my strawberries and my car key fob. This is strawberry. This is the Kate Spade strawberry up here. This is my Amazon strawberry. This is my 25-year pin trader pin from Disney that I thought looked fabulous on this bag. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Wait, whoa. That leather is so delicious in the Agner. Oh yeah, that Agner bag is amazing. I do need to get that out because I was looking at Agner bags today. Um to get the swing zip, you can get it cheaper. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna wait to get the swing zip. Wait a minute. The swing zip, isn't that what I just said? That's the one you have. Okay, I think it's the same one we're talking about. The swing zip, because I think it is $300 versus $400. No, $500 for the Juliet, and the swing zip I think is $300 or a little bit more, somewhere in that range. The swing zip black and Gromas is on a huge sale. Yeah, but I don't, Morella. I do not like that look. I am not a fan. It's too rock and roll for my sensibilities, guys. Super cute Jackie. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've looked at the grommet ones and it's just I can't. I mean, I just have to learn that I ultimately like a certain look in my bag. And if it runs a little too rock and roll and edgy, it's not my look. Which is funny because I love watching Melissa Wade Adams Wade, and she loves an edgy, different look. That's her thing. She does that, and I kind of will go. I still go for the old church lady bag, y'all. I really do. I still my tried and true. I love. I was thinking about it today. One of my because I was listening to Rikita, and my very first bag. Jennifer and I both got one. Were my mom gave us two little Gucci bags. And then the first designer bag I purchased was the Celine bag, and I actually picked out the one. Okay, my mother picked out the one for my sister, and Jenny was not too pleased. Okay, that's just the way it was. And then the first kind of everyday leather bag I purchased was actually from the San Antonio Shoe Company. So, and I still have those bags, and I love them. They're still my favorite bags. So, well, nostalgic wise, because they reminded me of my grandmother. I haven't used them in a long time. And I was just thinking about them today because some people say, why do you buy a certain type of brand of bag? Why do you buy that brand of bag? Why do you like that bag? I Jenny hated that bag, by the way. It was a Celine micro, kind of like, how Winnie had that mini Noe that she didn't love? It was like that mini Noe, but a backpack purse from the 90s in Celine in the Macrodon or Macro, whatever it's called, pattern. But by the way, Lucky has that bag and she cherishes that bag. So although Jennifer didn't love it, our other sister has it, cherishes that bag as her special bag. So it's loved. Hey, Jeanette. But anyhow, my very first bags I purchased myself came out of Walmart. They were nylon bags. We love tote bags. We use Lands and tote bags. One year that was my Christmas gift from my dad. Like I asked for, like, can you give me a tote bag from Lands End? Because they were pricey. I mean, they were $50 then. They're still $50 or more now, but they were $50 then, and it was expensive. It was pretty, but that was it. um, so so the first real bag I bought, well, that wasn't super designer because I didn't have money for that as a college student, very poor, was a Dooney and Burke. And when I first started working, it was Dooney and Burke. That's why I love Dooney and Burke. I will always love Dooney and Burke. I will always love Dooney because they were the first bags. When I was 1999, I got my first Dooney. Dooney was huge in the 90s, and my sister's friend Leslie had a couple knockoff, from a flea market. They were really nice knockoffs. I mean, I never knew the difference, but our friend did, right? So Leslie knew that her mom had gotten her some, flea market dupes, and she didn't want it. She didn't want anything to do with it. So she gave one to me, and she gave one to Jen. I thought hung over the moon. I'm like, this is great. We grew up wearing Gucci and Chanel sweaters out of, the counterfeit market in Thailand. I mean, everybody did. It was. I didn't even know they were. I mean, we knew they weren't real, but we didn't think other people thought they were real. We knew they were fake. We thought everybody else knew too. They didn't. And so this is in the 90s. They didn't have social media. You didn't have to see a collection come out, you had to be at the runway. I mean, you had to see Vogue's spreadsheets. You did or centerfolds. You didn't have social media airing and recording every runway show like we do now. Because so back then, if you had a sweater that said Chanel, nobody knew what season it was unless you really know. And those who really know, they're not going to say anything because that would be beneath them to say that, do you know that your sweater, your Chanel sweater is not authentic? They would never say that. It would be deadly embarrassing. They might give you the eye and they might talk about it amongst their, lady friends, but they wouldn't tell you that, you know. So the first bags I bought were Dooney and Burke, and I absolutely love them. And I love the not the fake one, but it's a flea market one. I loved it. I do have that now in the real version because Jen found it for me. Like 30 years later, she found me one. Someone had sold it to a thrift store. Jen found it, and I showed it to you guys like a year ago. I don't know where I put it, but I have it with my other Dooney collections. It's not a comfortable carry for me. but I love it. It's like sentimental and emotional, So I'm always gonna love Dooney. I'm never not gonna always love Dooney. I mean, uh, maybe when something happens to the creator and owner, if it moves to the next generation and they change a lot about the company, maybe I'll say I don't love the new version of it, but I still love what I have, right? So, people are telling you they're like, so I always get um interested. It's always interesting to me when people say something like, well, they'll find something out and they're like, well, I just can't handle this bag anymore. I just can't handle this style anymore. I don't like this anymore. I'm like, well, you liked it when you bought it. Now, I've gotten rid of my fair share of bags, and I'm almost a bag hoarder. So y'all don't do as I do. I am in debt. I have 2 mortgages. I have 2 car payments. I work my butt off in the public sector. So I don't make a lot of money. I'm overeducated, underpaid, and in debt. So do not follow my advice when I say just go buy the bag. I say that because that's how I live my life. But I mean, you do you. Don't let me influence you. And I've influenced a few people to buy a few things. So I'm looking for this. Jeanette said she texted me a photo. Okay, here it is. She bought. This is oh how cute. Oh my god, this is adorable. So this is okay. Okay. This is a Kirigami pouch with Vivian. Let's see if I can get this to focus and not have the ring light. There we go. So this is Jeanette's bag. She bought this from Sweet Candy for LV, and Candy lives only like 4 hours away from me, y'all. So I think that's really cool. So this had to travel all the way up to Canada. Um, I know. I'm sorry. It's like I'm on a ranting roll because of Rakita's. I laugh so much, y'all. I laugh so much, and I love bags, but I find that a lot of people love bags or love brands, or sometimes they love both. But sometimes, I mean, I could get upset with the creative director in but I used to not even know the creative director. Like it's weird. Like when I first started buying bags, like not knowing, I'm like, who made that bag? Other people would tell me, like, Jackie, did you know that's a Michael Kors for when he worked for Celine? I'm like, I had no idea. I bought the bag. I love the bag. And it seems like the Louis Vuitton bags that I like the most are from the Marc Jacobs vintage time. I didn't know that. And all of my Celine bags that I love the most are all from Phoebe Philo. I know that now because I have wonderful friends who tell me and know things. And somehow I'm attracted to the same thing over and over and over again. So I think and I love, like, for me, like Craig always says that what gets you to buy a bag? Color. And at first I was going to say something different, but when he said color, I'm like, yeah, he's right. I buy Kate Spade bags because I love Kate Spade green. And I have almost all of my green bags are Kate Spade bags. I have maybe one or two, one ramen, and I think I have a couple Doonies in green, but almost all of my Kate Spade bags, except for my elephant, they're all green. Because I love this color, the Kate Spade green. I love this color. I think it's a fabulous color, and she does it so well, And I love the blues that Coach does. I don't care how upset I get with Coach, I will always fall for the blue bag. I will always fall for it because I just love when Coach comes out with a blue. They just come out with a great blue. I And it's weird because I didn't really like the aquamarine when it came out, but now I love it. I'm not a huge fan of the sage because it's a little bit on the greener side, but not quite green enough for me. But the bluebell has my soul. I'm like, I love this color. Like I've looked at every bag between the outlet and um the boutique that comes in bluebell. Like which one will I buy? And there's nothing currently in the styles out there in that bag shade that I really want. Because what I really want that bag in, they don't make. I want that in a Rowan with leather, not cross grain leather, but either a quilted Rowan or a large Rowan. I Craig shared a listing with me today. Two beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Speedies. 5 months ago, I would have jumped all over them, figured out how to buy them, and today I actually told him, you know what? I think my large Rowans I like them more. The one that Dee Higginbotham gave me is hands down like one of my favorite bags. And even though I have the denim version that I traded Winnie for, the give and slouch in the leather one is just phenomenal. The large Rowan in the denim, it might just need some time. It must need some time. Have they released a Rogue and a Bluebell? No, they have not done the Bluebell. And here's the thing: there's two Rogues I really, really, really want. I just don't want the size they come in, which is saving me $800. I'm in love with the Bluebell. Color 2 says apple blonde. Vicky says, "Yep, cute black bag. My daughter likes that also. Hello Kitty." Yes, we love Hello Kitty. Um, Craig says, "Have they released a Rogue in that Bluebell?" No. Jeanette says, "My phone is an iPhone 14 without a case on it. Fits." Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So that pouch fits your phone. Awesome. So, um, there's on the Coach website right now, the Rogue, the two Mickey Mouse Rogues that they have, the one I want is the white one with the traditional Mickey on it. That bag is $800. $800, okay? And then the other bag I want is the large Play by Polo Ralph Lauren. That's also $800. And they might as well be a million right now. I mean, to some people, oh, $800, just buy it. But for me right now, $800 might as well be like, that's like my car payment. Like, it's actually more than my car payment. So I'm like, yeah, honey, can I buy? No. The word is no. You know, he's looking at me like, we just paid taxes. We just went on a vacation. We are in debt up to our necks. We're having to deal with his mom's estate. We're having to pay for a lawyer. There is no money, honey, and he does not like to tell me no. James is a lovely human being, and he does not ever want to tell me no. And I know better than to ask because he doesn't want to say no. I don't want to make him feel bad, you know. Jackie, I saw that white Rogue 25 on eBay the other day for $250 or $300. Oh my gosh, the Mickey Mouse one? Oh, it doesn't matter. $300 or 25 right now. I don't got it. I don't got it. Can't buy it. Maybe for 25, not 250. Just the way it is. It's just the way it is. That's the way it is right now. I'm gonna start listing some stuff on Posh, but I'm gonna be giving it away because I need to make room. I'm not even trying to make my money back. I'm just trying to move things out to new homes because I've been very fortunate this year so far, 2025. I have my what was the question? In the live with Jolie, Winnie, Jolie had, they were asking what was your favorite, your wish list bags. So if you didn't see the Sunday live with Jolie, Craig came on, Nancy Carnes came on, I was on there. My Jennifer fussed at me because she says you should send me a link, and I forgot. Next Sunday I'll send you a link, Jen, because Sunday chats with Jolie are open for anybody. Just have a link, go on there. And Vicky says, I'd love to have a Rogue, but can't afford, and I also have to have a Ricky bag too, and way too expensive. The Ricky bags have gone up in price. The Rogues you can still find them for $200 to $300 if you're willing to get one not in new condition. Should I stop buying you bags when I go shopping No, Jennifer, no. Okay, for the rest of this month, yes, do not show me anything this month. James is going to murder me. Candy is about to go live now if you want to buy anything. I'm not, I can't afford Candy's merchandise, y'all. Candy's merchandise is a little high. Jennifer, Sunday is a good time. Yeah, Sunday is a good time. Vicky Lee, just watch the resale market. You can find some good deals if you look daily. Yeah. Most of my Rogues, actually, all of my Rogues except for the Mickey Mouse one up there. And even that Mickey Mouse one, I got it for I think $300. That's a $750 bag that I was lucky enough to find and get it on I just stalked the websites. I mean, everybody's like, how do you do this? When you're obsessively compulsively looking twice a day, every day, that's how you find it. and thousands of listings, not hundreds, thousands. And honestly, Craig finds a lot of my bags because he looks at more listings than I do. You know, Jack, I gave them to you. I don't want money. It's because you're asked. Oh, no, Jen, no. I will rehome other bags. There are other bags that can find you homes. The bags you find me, I love. Don't stop doing that. Do they still make regular leather rogues in the 25-ish? They do. They cost $800. Most of the rogues you're going to find are in the pebbled leather, the smooth leather, which we all love and adore, far and few between. Hey, Christiana. Hello. Hello, Latina. I'm not positive, but I heard they're not currently making rogues. I can believe that because of Tabby's taken over and they're expensive. And honestly, they're heavy. They're heavy. They're heavy bag. Hello, Latina. I'm a lurker too. Okay, Birkin, thanks. I type slow, says Vicky. Um, Lurking as well, crawling through bed. Oh yeah, bedtime. Yeah, I need to take my meds, so let me do that. I mean, I had a pretty cool, relaxed day. I'm not dead tired like I normally am on a Monday because half my office is not in the office. More than half my office, they're all at conference. About 2.5 hours away from where we are now, and then so half of my section is gone. 3/4 of my section is gone, including my boss, and then almost the rest of the whole bill. I mean, I'm serious. They're all at the same conference, and I'm just so happy it's not me there because I am so tired of traveling. I do not, and if I had to ask Jennifer one more time, can you watch our dogs for 3 more days? She would have been like, no. It's like, I need sleep. So hey, Melissa, it's so funny because I was like, our sweet angels are just not angels for other people. And but of course Wednesday is. Wednesday's an angel. Everybody loves Wednesday. And poor Pugsley is Pugsley. I mean, they're very appropriately named. They're very much like the original Addams Family, Wednesday and Pugsley. Very much. I was there by Friday. Jennifer drove my pugs up to see me because she was like, I'm not spending one more night with these dogs. So so anyway, my most of my office is at the convention or conference. It's a conference. So anyhow, I have been working on fun projects today, and in my fun projects, oh my gosh, you would love them. See here, I mean, I know you loved Watson, Craig, but if you met Wednesday, you'd be like, I have no idea what happened to your dog. She must have run away, and then she'd be in your house because Wednesday is like a dream. She's a dream. Pugsley is amazing. He's my favorite, but Wednesday is just the most awesome dog ever. So I was working on this side project and I'm trying to figure out some software and we're trying to do some editing and I swear I have crashed my computer 5 times today. Is point cloud data. Point cloud data is millions of points, right? And I'm trying to do some surface generation on it and I'm trying to do some editing on it. So once I crashed this other program 1,000 times, I said, okay, this is not going to work. We have to use this other program. And I was trying not to do that because it's a specialized package on the program. So to get that package, it requires a license. And we're trying not to, you know, trying to reduce cost, right? So we don't want everybody who does this work to have to buy 3 and 4 different licenses. So anyhow, it was really funny. Good night, Dawn. Craig, are you sure you want the subject godchildren to demon? Oh, that's true, Malcolm's. But here's the thing: the dogs, Pugsley and Wednesday, have no concept of cats, like none. Jenny had 7 cats, and Pugsley and Wednesday just ignored them. Pugsley, I mean, I'm pretty sure Malcolm would just watch them, and be like, oh, well. There's you again. I need to get a refill of this. I need to put this out. Um, yeah, it would be hilarious. I mean, Malcolm is like 3 times the size as Pugsley. Pugsley's only 20 pounds, and Malcolm is 60 pounds, and Wednesday's only 15 pounds. You know. See, here's the thing. Demon Kitty loves Travis. You know, every pet has their person. And so for Travis, Demon Kitty is perfect. So anyhow, um Yeah, so today was a really fun day. At the very end of the day, James and I were working on a process. It was so funny. Um, Malcolm lost 4 pounds. Wow, that's like a record. Actually, I need to refill this one too. I need to refill that one. Okay, I need to refill. Well, this is 2 weeks. This probably has 2 weeks. I probably need to refill all of these. Dang, one more thing I have to do. Um, so, anyway, Stormy and Coco just watch the dogs. The other cats were like, "These are not dogs." Yeah, no, they're not dogs. They're pugs. Pugs, like Chihuahuas, are vicious. They're little. Um, our dogs, no, pugs. They've been bred. They've been bred to be companion dogs. They're not bright. Brightness is not their thing. They want to sit next to you and they love you and adore you. That is their superpower. Okay. The vet said Malcolm's nerves are shot. I said his nerves. I beg to differ. Is it because of all the storms y'all are having? You know they spread. I don't know if you've noticed the news, or not the news, but the weather people or whatever. They're saying that Tornado Alley has expanded in size. It's actually whatever's happening with our weather. Hurricanes and tornadoes are now in a wider range of locations. Um, Malcolm's well, Travis was missing. Travis was out of town for a while, so he was probably annoyed that his person wasn't there, and he only had to deal. And he only had the person who feeds him and takes care of him, called Craig. Hello, Aaron. Yeah, so no, I don't know if they're going to continue to make the Rogue. I hope they do, but I think the Rogue is expensive to make, guys, compared to the Tabby, and the Tabby's so popular right now, and plus the Rogue's so expensive. But you always look good in all color lipstick. Thank you. This is my favorite. Okay, so this is my favorite lipstick. I love this lipstick so much. I have 2 of them, and I wear them. I have one in my purse and one right here at the desk, so I always get to wear it. And what I love about it is that it goes on super glossy, and then kind of fades away. It's the Dior Addict Shine lipstick, and it's called Wilder. I love it. I absolutely love it. D, I'm not sure, but he's under my feet 24/7. I'm convinced he's trying to kill me. You know, sometimes I feel that way too about my pugs because they settle at your feet when you're walking. They're so, okay, different than Malcolm. So our pugs are like, you're I'm not sure. I think with Malcolm, it might actually be he's trying to kill you because he's a cat. They can be devious, you know? And he's Malcolm. You know, he's Demon Cat. He's named Demon Cat for a reason, y'all. He's not a sweet, loving lap cat. He is with Travis, but only Travis. If he has his person, he's sticking to it. Uh, so I had some bags come in over. Oh, what I was telling you when I got distracted was I've been very blessed this year. I have my Bandit shoulder bag, which I love, and I have 2 of them, and I have the new Celine bag that I've been wanting for years. So I feel very spoiled. So my wish list is really um, those Bluebell bag from Coach, if I can find one in a style I like most, probably the swing. Um, and I think I've given up on the Juliet because I have so many bags, and that bag is very beautiful, but it's still $500, because I want the $500 one. And then if I I want the play bag, but I think I need to see a better review where someone's actually carrying it, because the way they show it isn't actually the way you carry it. And it's very similar to the Bellport bag, which I have 3 of already. So, first world problems. Problem is I can't walk. I shuffle on a walker and cane. He's like one more fall and this and he's plotting. He's plotting. If he really wanted to kill you at his size, he could just pounce on you. Yeah, he's a big cat. Um you're welcome. It's pretty on you. Thank you, Vicky. Jackie, do you like the alley bag? Let me look that up because I vaguely remember this, but I can't remember this. Does that make sense? So let me Google it. The alley bag. Let's see. Google work faster. Seriously? Coach Allie, Liey bag. Oh, wait, that can't be the right bag. Mm, maybe it's this one. Oh, it's very much like the Bandit. I see what you're saying. This one. This is the Coach Alley bag. I like it more east-west. And this is more like the Cassie. I love the Cassie. Um, can you show us the Bandits? Sure. I got them one at Christmassy time, and they're right behind me because they are a little bit of my precious, guys. They are a little bit of my precious. I might be able to get the stone one, but I'm trying not to. So this is green. This is actually a really dark green. You can see it reflected on that light. Sometimes in some lighting it will look black, but honestly this is green. So this is that beautiful green and that beautiful, this is an absolutely gorgeous bag. I paid like 300 for that long layaway with a friend. Hey Melissa. And then this one I bought, I can't remember who I bought this from, but I got this for a better price. And this is the one in sports blue, which I adore, love, and cherish. This color blue, I think, is the most beautiful blue that Coach has ever made. And this is called sports blue. They also had a fin blue that was very beautiful, but very similar, but not quite the same. So there was aqua pewter blue that I love. This one's the sports blue. And I totally want to get and I love the faded blue, which I bought a lot in the faded blue. But my true love is this sports blue, this royal, because it looks the best with my skin tone. Like I love pastels, but with me, what looks the best on me is our jewel tones. I know that it doesn't change the fact that I still wear pastels. I know a lot of people do a color story and they change their look, and um, I just go with it because if I love a color, I wear it, and I know it washes me out. Like the color oatmeal, I love that color in the top. Looks the worst on me, the worst, and sometimes I still wear it. Um, the Bandit is not still made. They still sell the black one. It's still currently being sold, but they have not come out with a new one in 2 seasons. So they just pretty much sold out of the stone, and what I have seen left is the black and gold. I haven't seen, and the crossbody Bandit has been on sale. The crossbody shoulder bag is currently on the reserve in the outlet. So if you want it, buy it. It's not going to stay around. Which again, Coach breaks your heart that way. But I have those two bags, and those were many year want bags. And I got the Bandit crossbody bag because it was a lot less expensive, but it's too small. And but I still love it because it's in that faded blue, and I love that faded blue. It's the last. I think that's the last. I have 2 bags left in that gloved hand leather, the smooth leather. So I'm trying to hang on to those. So because I have the faded blue in the cross grain leather, but it's not the same. It's not the same feel as that gloved hand leather that looks like that. It's so pretty. And the Bandit bag is actually more on the resale market. Yeah. Yeah, it goes higher for higher price, especially in ox blood. If you can get that in the red, it's like gold. Again, because there's a few colors that Coach makes that I think are always going to be coveted. They're always going to make those chalk. They're always going to have the black, some form of a neutral brown. But when they do a red, green, and a blue, those are the ones on the resale market that people want. Some reason yellow is not favored, although right now they have that really pretty yellow that's out in the outlet. But on the resale market, yellow doesn't do too well. Have you noticed that the very few retail bags are making it to the outlet? Unlike oh yeah, very few, extremely few. I think they're just doing smaller and smaller runs, and they're just keeping them. What they should have done always is keep them on the boutique side until until they're actually at the really end of their production line, because it takes a while for those stocks to deplete your stocks. When you're a global company stocking on the whole globe, you have a lot of stock. It's not a few hundred bags, it's a few several 100,000 bags, in every style and every color. So once you've run through it, you run through it. I have not even comparable, but I was told by my essay that the sketch collection will flood outlets in June. It's not selling. Yeah, because they did it already. They totally, Craig, the sketch collection, they did a very similar version to that exact collection about 4 years ago. I think 4 years ago. Very similar. The only difference is some of the embroidery on the leather had a ribbon embroidery along with a thread embroidery. And all they did was rehash it. So they've seen it. People, we've seen it. We've seen it. So I think Jennifer loves it, but Jennifer didn't see it 4 years ago. I saw it 4 years ago, and I'm like, I'm not too. Now, I did see that I don't know if it's an AI generated photo or not, but I think there's that sketch collection has a Japan version where it says Tokyo instead of New York. That looks cool because I've never seen that. Yes, but compared to previous years, yeah, yep. I remember 3 to 4 years ago. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a feather. Okay. I do not. I would find this sketch attractive. Yeah, it's I like some of them. It's fun. It's cute. I don't really like New York iconography. I don't really care about the Statue of Liberty or apples or pretzels or taxis, and that's what they put on those bags. Where the Tokyo one, it says Tokyo, and it has like a cherry blossom, and it has like other symbology, right? Which I think are more interesting to me. But that's because I don't care for New York iconography. So like I don't there's a Disney Dooney collab bag that showcases Chicago. I don't care about Chicago. So I didn't want that bag. It's really inexpensive right now. It's on sale and I can get it, but I'm like, I don't like you. And I love most everything Disney, but I don't like the Chicago aspects to it. I don't like I don't know. Like here's the thing. I grew up in San Antonio. So if you put the Alamo on it and you put like a cannon, because that's, you had to be part of Texas history to know about the cannon. But, there's the Texas Lone Star, a rodeo scene, a bucking bronco, the boots. I would be all over that bag. I would love it. I love that. And other people will be like, oh, no, no, I want to be caught dead with that. But that's how I feel about the New York. I have no association with New York other than bad experiences at Newark Airport. So to me, I don't want to buy it, even though I think it's cute. I do think it's cute. I think it's fun, but that price point is not cute. That is not a cute price point. Those are expensive bags, y'all. And I do cute all day long. So I mean, I do like, oh, see my hat, and I remember why now I don't buy wool hats. When I wear them too long, they get little. Okay, so Newark is New Jersey. So I have never even been to Newark. New York. I haven't even been to the airport in New York. I've never been to New York that I can remember, ever. You know, I don't even. I've only been to Newark Airport, so I haven't even been to New York. Um, but I like other kind of iconography, like if they did San Francisco or they did, not Mount Rushmore. Who cares about that? But because as a geographer, I'm like, why did they ruin the rocks? But I don't know. To me, other things symbolize America, and right now I'm not too patriotic in my feelings. Ask me in 3 years. Right now I'm a little grumpy. Um, so anyhow, the sketch collection is not my thing. I do like. I'm kind of interested to see because they said like last year, dragon fruit was the color, and now this year, now all of a sudden it's pastels, which I thought was very out of the blue. I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do for the summer collection. And because they come out with something every other week, it seems like, so we just have to wait. Something will show up. That's what I can tell you. I don't have a definitive wish list because I never know what they're going to produce. They're going to come out with something I've never seen before. I'm like, I have to have that. That's how they. I mean, I didn't know the Ricky bag exists until Craig pointed it out to me. I don't even. How did we get talking about that? I don't know. I think it's because we were talking about our love of Ralph Lauren. I didn't realize there was a purple and black label, and now I do. So now I know, and it's fun because one of the bags I do have coming on the way from Poshmark is a Ralph Lauren bag. I can show you the photo. It's really very fabulous, and I still can't believe I got it for the price that they sold it to me. And it's really funny because I'll go into Poshmark and I'll look at what people offer me, and I like a lot of things. So it's not as if I'm buying everything I like, because if I was a multi-millionaire, I would become a millionaire because I would use my multi-millions buying everything I wanted. I know at some point that gets old and boring, but it's not. I'm not there yet, you know. So let me see my purchases, and let me show you the bag that's coming in the mail. It is. I got this bag, guys, for $10. $10. This is a textile and leather Ralph Lauren by Lauren bag. Look how beautiful that bag is. Look at the, I mean, I know, Jackie, like, what are you gonna do with that? I don't know. Use it, you know. I think, let me see if I can get a better photo of the emblem. So here's the problem. So it has a leather, but it's like a patent leather handle, and this has some tarnishing on this clasp. But oh yeah, for $10. It's called a Ralph Lauren gray and white flannel window pane pattern handbag. Scratches on the hardware, yeah, because it's a hardware. And it's 9.5 by 7 high. It may or may not have had a strap on it, but I didn't care. I just thought it was a beautiful bag. Yeah, so here's the thing. $10, I know. It was originally listed for 78, and I just watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it, and eventually, so I'm telling you, sometimes things are just the vendor only has 55 listings. She it's her closet, they're her bags. So here's a oh, this is another brand that's actually, this is a newer listing because I like this brand and they don't make this anymore. This is called the Wonder C brand, and this wallet's $35. This is a fabulous bag brand. This Wonder C brand is really, I have one bag for them and I really like them. But then over here you have this Kate Spade wallet, and that's like $74. I'm like, that's a good price, but not compared to that $10 purse. Um, I can find Ralph Lauren bags for under 30 and $50 every day. Yeah, all day long, every day. As soon as you put the word Kate Spade Coach, Michael Kors is iffy. There's still a huge market for Michael Kors. I know the luxury community makes it feel like Michael Kors doesn't exist, but no. Michael Kors is very popular. Um, so I actually have this bag. This is a Dooney and Burke Gold. That was $75. And I honestly, that fabric window pane Ralph Lauren bag is phenomenal, but people value things differently. So this is some of their sold stuff. So this is a Kate Spade bag she sold for $50. And I can tell you, this is an outlet pattern because I stock Kate Spade as well. Um, I like Kate Spade bags. I like Michael Kors bags. I really enjoy Coach. Coach and Judy are my favorite. Jackie, did you see that I said about the Kate Spade green accordion wallet I found on Poshmark for $15? Wow. I don't remember that. Send that to me again if you still have it, because I don't remember. I heart a lot of things, y'all. Yeah, so you can, if you look hard enough and you're willing to look at bags that aren't the newest style, you can always find a bag. And that's funny because everybody's complaining about the tariffs and tariffs and tariffs, and a lot of people are countering the tariff comment with just go. We have a lot of inventory already in America, already sitting here, in stores, in thrift stores, in Goodwills, in secondhand stores, in people's closets. Like, if you want something, you can probably find it already here. Because I was watching Lisa Luxury Life in the Middle. I haven't finished her actually I did her luxury unboxing of what she bought when she was in Japan. And she had a really interesting take on it about what she feels about pre-loved luxury in Japan. And then I was watching, I was talking about this about the Birkin, right? So why bother with a pre-spend? Why buy all these things if you can just go buy it's even if it's twice the list price to go buy a Birkin at a consignment store or at, pre-loved store somewhere. You didn't have to spend all that time, money, angst, and anxiety trying to find one given to you that may or may not fit your specifications. There is an argument that there's a lot of people who only want new bags. They do not want the bag anybody else has owned before them. That's something you can't get around. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't feel that way. I actually prefer bags that have had a history and had a life before me and have had their first date. I feel that way about cars. I honestly feel that way about houses too. I wanted a pre-loved house. I didn't want a brand new house. I didn't, but the way the cookie crumbled, we got a brand new house, and we now have a pre-loved car. It takes away the anxiety of the first ding, the first um issue. It's life. You're gonna ding the wall. You're gonna scuff something. It's just the way it is. The first time you use the bag and put it down, it's gonna happen. When people get so concerned about will that scuff the hardware? It's hardware. It's hardware to be more durable. It's hardware because that part of the bag is going to get the most stress. So they want it to be more than just leather. So to me, it's like that's to protect your bag. It's not, why are we protecting the hardware? You know? So to me, it's just like, eh, anyway, I've been ranting for over an hour, and so anyhow, how's everybody's weekend? I missed you guys terribly. My vacation to Disney was fabulous, but James and I are both in agreement that we would rather drive. We there's a bunch of cost-wise, other than wear and tear on your car, it's the same. It's actually cheaper to drive with two people. Now, with one person, yes, it's cheaper to fly. With two people, it's same amount of gas. If you put 3 or 4 people in the car, same amount of gas. So, we would rather have the flexibility to visit friends, and but we didn't get to do that this time. And it was still a very fantastic vacation. We are dead broke. But as I said, never take vacation in the month of April. We have learned that the hard way. So, anyhow, thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my friends. Thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to my membership, everybody on my memberships. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do a members live on Wednesday, hopefully. I will totally be here on Friday. Life should be back to normal again. And oh, I think this weekend's Easter, isn't it? Um, thank you, Craig. Yeah, I think this weekend is Easter. I'm still planning to go live on Sunday. Um, so if y'all want to hang out Easter Sunday with us in the evening, as far as I know, Jolie and I are still going to be live. So anyhow, I regret not buying heels from the thrift. I also have a space problem. Yeah. Good night. Um, good night, everybody.